It was a figure that commanded attention. $8 billion. This wasn't a budget for healthcare education. It was a down payment on a future defined by steel secrecy, strategic power. The Australian government announced this colossal investment for a single purpose: to build a state-of-the-art shipyard in South Australia. Osborne Naval Shipyard Artists Rendition. This facility at Osborne will be the birthplace of the nation's next generation of submarines. But these won't be just any submarines. They will be nuclear-powered. The announcement signaled more than just a military upgrade. It represented a fundamental shift in Australia's defense posture and its place in the world. It was a declaration of intent, a commitment to a path from which there is no easy return. The significance cannot be overstated. For decades, Australia has operated conventional, diesel-electric submarines. They have served the nation well, but the world has changed. Indo-Pacific strategic landscape, more complex, more contested than ever before. To understand Australia's enormous investment, you first have to understand the machine at its heart. What exactly is a nuclear-powered submarine? It's not a vessel armed with nuclear weapons. That's a critical distinction. The nuclear part refers to its propulsion system. Instead of a diesel-electric engine that needs to surface regularly to recharge its batteries, these submarines are powered by a small onboard nuclear reactor. This reactor generates immense heat, which creates high-pressure steam. That steam then spins turbines. The turbines power the propeller. They also generate electricity for the entire vessel. The result is a submarine with almost limitless endurance and incredible speed. The key advantage is stealth, and that comes from endurance. A conventional submarine is like a sprinter. It can run fast and quiet for a short time on its batteries, but eventually it must slow down and come closer to the surface to run its diesel engines. This process, known as snorkeling, makes it vulnerable. It's noisy, and can be detected by enemy ships and aircraft. A nuclear-powered submarine, on the other hand, is a marathon runner. It can stay submerged for months at a time, limited only by the amount of food it can carry for its crew. It never needs to snorkel. It can travel faster for longer and remain hidden in the ocean's depths. So why the sudden urgency? Why is Australia, a nation that has relied on conventional submarines for its entire history, making this dramatic pivot now? The answer lies not in Australia itself, but in the vast expanse of ocean surrounding it, the Indo-Pacific. This region has become the world's economic and strategic center of gravity. A huge portion of global trade passes through its contested waters. Fuel goods resources. For decades, peace and stability were largely maintained by the undisputed naval power of the United States and its allies, but that dynamic is changing rapidly. The primary driver of this shift is the massive and rapid expansion of China's military, particularly its navy. In just a few years, China has built the largest navy in the world. Aircraft carriers, destroyers, advanced submarines. This naval buildup is coupled with an increasingly assertive foreign policy, including the militarization of disputed islands in the South China Sea. This activity directly challenges the long-standing freedom of navigation in international waters, a principle fundamental to Australia's economic survival. Australia's leaders looked at this changing map and concluded the old way was no longer enough. Australia's existing Collins-class submarines, while capable, are aging. They were designed for a different era. Their limited range and endurance mean they would struggle to operate effectively across the Indo-Pacific. To patrol far flashpoints, a conventional submarine must spend much of its deployment simply transiting. This leaves very little time on station to perform its mission. The strategic calculus became clear. Australia needed a submarine that could get there fast, stay there long, remain undetected. The $8 billion figure is immense, but where will it actually go? It's far more than just pouring concrete and erecting steel beams for a new building. This investment is a comprehensive plan to create an entire nuclear submarine enterprise from scratch. The largest portion will go toward building the shipyard itself. This won't be just another dock. It will be a purpose-built, high-security, nuclear-rated facility. Specialized cranes capable of lifting massive submarine components, precision manufacturing workshops, heavily reinforced dry docks, one of the most technologically advanced construction sites in the world. A significant chunk of the money is allocated to people, thousands of jobs, up to 4,000 workers building the shipyard, another 4,000 to 5,500 jobs in shipbuilding later. These aren't just any jobs. High-skilled engineers, technicians, welders, electricians, project managers, an extensive training and apprenticeship program, Australian workers sent to the United Kingdom, Australian workers sent to the United States, hands-on experience in established nuclear shipyards. Technology is another major expense. cutting-edge manufacturing techniques and digital tools, advanced robotics, automated welding systems, sophisticated digital design platforms. These technologies ensure quality and precision for deep ocean vessels. It's not just buying off-the-shelf equipment. A massive transfer of technology and know-how from the United States and from the United Kingdom. Secure networks, robust intellectual property agreements, a workforce capable of absorbing and implementing new knowledge, early stages of planning, detailed design, workforce development, creating the ecosystem for success, setting up regulatory bodies for nuclear safety, new university and technical college courses, fostering a domestic supply chain of Australian suppliers, $8 billion as seed funding for a national endeavor. So what does Australia hope to achieve with this monumental gamble? The goals really are threefold. Goal 1. Enhanced national security. Nuclear-powered submarines let Australia monitor and deter threats far from its shores. Long-range missiles and expanding fleets mean defense isn't just coastline-based anymore, it's about projecting power and maintaining regional presence. These subs are a formidable deterrent. They're an insurance policy in an uncertain world. Goal 2. Revitalize Australian industry. Not just building subs, but building sovereign industrial capability. New generation. Scientists, engineers, highly skilled tradespeople. Billions injected into the local economy. Sparks innovation in advanced manufacturing, robotics, material science. Creates a high-tech manufacturing ecosystem that can compete globally. Australia aims to not just buy tech, but to design, build, and sustain it. Goal 3. Strengthen alliances. Built on the AUKUS Pact. Partnership with the United States and the United Kingdom. Adopting nuclear propulsion ties Australia closer to its oldest, most powerful allies. It's a profound sharing of trust and technology, ensures interoperability with American and British forces, deepens intelligence sharing, enables joint operational planning, locks in a united front to deter disruption in the region. Despite the grand strategic vision, this submarine program is not without significant challenges. Vocal critics are loud and visible. The path forward is, honestly, fraught with risk. The most glaring issue is the astronomical cost. The $8 billion for the shipyard is just the starting line. The total lifetime cost could be as high as $368 billion. This is an unprecedented level of defense spending for Australia. Critics argue that money could be better spent on healthcare, climate change adaptation, or education. They question whether the strategic benefit justifies such a colossal diversion of public funds. Another major hurdle is the complexity of technology transfer. Australia is attempting an ambitious leap without a domestic civil nuclear industry. It relies on the willingness of the United States and the United Kingdom to share sensitive secrets, navigating legal, political, and security hurdles. There's also the challenge of building a workforce with the skills to handle this technology safely and effectively. That will take years, if not decades. Finally, there is the risk of execution, one of Australia's most complex industrial projects. The history of major defense procurement is littered with cost blowouts, technical problems, and lengthy delays. The submarine deal cannot be understood in isolation. It is the centerpiece of AUKUS, a geopolitical earthquake that tore up a previous deal and charted a new course. The US has shared nuclear propulsion tech only once before with the UK. Extending this trust to Australia reflects its strategic importance. It involves decades of knowledge transfer, training thousands, and establishing a rigorous nuclear safety framework on Australian soil.